fish tank people, Dustin's fish tank, bringing it to you the iPhone video because I broke my camera on the way here. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. I want to show off some of the aquariums from our friends at Flu Ball throwing it down. I want to show this bad boy right here. People's Choice Award. Oh, look at the scale on this tank, like how far back it goes. I love how it's like a smaller tank, but it looks like it goes way, 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 way back. Jen lives in the house, running it. This is my boy Kevin Kelly, and he got the Ludwigia Inclinata from yours truly. And I love Kevin because Kevin only does what Kevin wants to do. Like, he's not messing around. He's like, speaks his mind, he escapes whatever thinking, and he's like, I'm doing this different. I like this style too. Got your beach set up. I love the use of the foreground here. And this is a Boost Haven, so Boost Philandra. Lots of different, you can see the transitions down low. Like that a lot, and then the darker, and then the up to the lighter, and then see how it's darker, lighter, and then lightest in the middle here, and then we've got some above water growth, which is just awesome. You won, what's up? What'd you do? How'd it go?
So I'm a member of, I'm Jeff Bianchi, and we're Team Dysfunctional. We have Jerry Jobe, Chuck Branch, Rich Valerio. So we put this tank together. We've been competing for 3 years. This is our second first place finish
Nice.
in the last 2 years. And this year we really wanted to do it organically. So we really didn't have a preconceived design. So this was all done on the fly. We did this in about 5 hours worth of work.
Now, why are you dressed up, Dusty? Dusty's dressed up because I just had a negotiation where the guy actually came here before I was shooting the video and gave me a price on a garage door. I got to close this off. This is actually, I don't know, some sort of thing they used when they did the concrete blankets or whatever. I cut it all up and we're sealing it now. Dusty got $700 off the price of a high R value garage door coming up because I was dressed up and I was hammering him before making this video. So if you're ever about to go into negotiation, don't forget you're never going to get the leverage back if you're not dressed properly. Okay, so now we are in the nice warm greenhouse, and I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a random tour around the greenhouse. But first, I do want to talk about the aquatic experience that was this past weekend up in Secaucus, New Jersey, hopefully where it stays. The day before the aquatic experience, I broke my camera off the back, so a lot of the footage you're about to see is actually taken with an iPhone. Folks, I'm talking into a camera right now. I like talking to actual people. These shows fill my battery up, so to speak. People walk by and are like, oh, what up? And they kind of give you that look like they know you, but they don't know you or whatever. And like I get to actually say hi to people in person. This is strange from like a video creator perspective because I actually enjoy the human interaction, the, oh, what's up? Like I had some dude was like, yeah, man, the greenhouse is looking tight. I literally like just jumped on his back and was like, it's awesome right now, because it is awesome right now. So I absolutely love those shows. I love these shows. I love the people at these shows. I love my girl Karen Pepe at the show, like came up and like gave me this. She was like standing in line forever to like talk, but it's like super cool because people are actually people. So these shows are awesome. I've got all kinds of great plants from my friend Esther at Aquaflora. I've got my man Eric brought me some crenum. It was great to see existing wholesale customers making new wholesale customers. You know you're a baller when a guy comes up to you and hands you a $500 check while you're on the phone and says, yeah, we'll just figure it out later. I'm looking forward to selling to that store in Maryland. But the biggest thing for me, folks, and I can't emphasize this enough, is one of the secrets to life is doing the things that you enjoyed doing when you were 13, 14 years old. I believe that's a total secret to life and a fountain of youth. And if you can do that, you'll enjoy it. I'm fortunate enough to be able to throw the free live aquascaping contests. Our friends at Flu Ball donated over 15 Flu Ball floras that the kids got to compete with 100% free and live. Here's the part that gets me, right? At the end of it, like parents were coming up to me and thanking me for putting it on or whatever, and I get choked up talking about it. Like, that's what I was put here to do. Like, that's my job. My job is to get kids into the hobby, and I had an absolute riot doing that. Handing the kid $100 cash at the end is like money that I feel like I'm paying into like goodness of my soul, right? Like it just feels good to do that because I know exactly what I was like as a kid, and I always like call my mom and tell her I love her and stuff when I do those shows. But those shows, seeing those kids compete, throwing it down, is just an absolute riot for me. The next time we do it, we've already got permission and the space to do 20, so it's just gonna keep growing, and then one of these days I'm gonna do one in here. Stand in front of a tank at noon,
set it up, and you can win $100 cash from Dustin's Fish Tanks and our friends at Blue Ball with the Floras. It's the Mother's Day crying edition. We got this mom over here helping out her kid. That's what my mom did for me. So she's over here like hustling, like getting it going for her kid. That right there. That's how it starts, folks, when you got a good mom. Love your mom. It's what they do, man. It's great. So I moved the aquascaping contest back because this kid had to go to baseball, and then he won, and now he's bolting out of here like he stole it. He's got $100 in his pocket. He's got a big old smile on his face. Look at this boy. There's bolting. It's hilarious. Splitting. I'm loving that you're late after winning. Kid's got $100. Have fun. See you later. Thank on, brother.
But I absolutely love the kids' aquascaping contests, watching their faces, letting them use everything. Shout outs to Benson's Fish Room for donating a ridiculous amount of hardscape material, and then as well as Fluval with the donating the Fluval Floras. That was great. So long, hard show. So jacked leaving the Aquatic Experience. The whole New York vibe and everything. I actually drove, of the 11 hours, I drove 9 of them all the way from New Jersey straight to the Kentucky border. Then I crapped out and said, Ryan, you drive the rest of it. So totally great thing. By the way, it was a full moon too, so it was kind of dope. I was driving through the full moon. There was actually 4 cars the entire time in West Virginia I was flying. So anyway, batteries are refilled. I didn't do a video last week because I wanted to enjoy the show. I don't know if you can see it or hear it in my voice, but like totally refilling to like be around live people. So yeah, love you all. Thank you everybody for saying what's up and being there in person. But now it's time to show you the greenhouse. All right, so this summer we survived a hot summer, and I didn't know because it was my first summer in the greenhouse how it was going to stay cool. We only had a couple of plants that we had to move. But now in a very short amount of time, we've gone from hot to cold. And this is Dusty's first winter, moving into winter in the greenhouse. Now I designed it and I think it's gonna work, but you don't know until you actually get in here. So it's been a little bit nervous for me, but I wanna show something that's going on. You'll notice we are pretty light on plants right now. Light on plants means we're making money. But I wanna show the outside of this. The inside of the tank is heated, the outside is cold, so we can wipe this away. ShamWow my way across right there. And we can show you the Rotella rotundifolia that we've got going. But notice the temperature in the tank is warmer than outside, or was for a while. That's why we've got the condensation on the outside. But that's Rotella rotundifolia. Super duper easy beginner plant. All the above water growth melted back. That's all underwater grown plants, because that's how we roll. So I want to show that. But what's fun about in here right now, I'm getting that kind of random growth on its own without having to work for it. So I'm getting a lot of just like little examples of stuff that's just going completely bonkers without having to really try. You can see the clip here of Ryan holding up some Liguigia that's totally fire. I've got some Bacopa Yellow Flame I'm going to show you in a second. But everything is just kind of like the natural sun is bringing everything out, and I've got a bunch of random stuff that I want to show you. So let's go for a tour around the greenhouse. And a real quick lesson for your own aquariums when you're dealing with like cloudy water and plant loads. Let me show you what's going on down here in the 350 from our friends at Custom Aquarium. Right down here we have some of the crenum that was given to me by my boy Eric. Look at this. This was given to me. This crenum is absolutely ridiculous, and we're going to be propagating these here in-house. Ryan is actually already propagating crenum on his own, but we're going to kind of slowly work this into a grow and getting more into production mode. I really want to produce plants, not just buy and grow out. I want to be in production mode. But one of the things that's fun is that we have this 350-gallon aquarium about 2/3 full. We're getting full-length Rotella macrandra growing out of here. And I want to point out that there's actually a light film in this tank right here that's a little bit of discoloration. That's Rotella macrandra small leaf. This is, I believe, Rotella macrandra big leaf. And these are actually growing out quite nicely for us. They're coming off the stems, but you get the idea. Nobody at AE had plants like this. And I'm really super proud of this. The plant load, however, is light in here at the moment, which is why there's not enough plant load to take all the excess light, which is why we're having Pogo Stamen stellata coming up looking like this, but there is that cloudiness because there's not enough plant load to absorb all the extra sunlight, for the simple way of putting it. So it's fun. We're getting to a stage like that. Let me roll you around here and show you more of what's going on here. I've shown this in other videos. This is the red tiger lotus, putting bulbs in a 90-gallon, but you can see why we're doing that. little bit of aphids hit on the top, but these plants grow so quickly. These are our red tiger lotus that are completely bonkers right now. This is something fun that was outside. The Bacopa yellow flames that we had outside, and we brought them in, and these have completely red tips on them that I'm absolutely loving. Now, these aren't actually for sale like this because we're still growing them out, but there's a really nice red on the tips of them. That's full sun, folks. That's what the full sun does. This plant right here is the same as this plant, just grown more in full sun outside. So we're actually gonna probably rebind these, but exact same plant, just grown under different conditions. Another thing that is super fun with this is the growth and the grow out that we have on this. I've got the sauce with the Anubias. This is the Anubias Affazelli that we import and we bring it in. And what's fun about it is we're getting the new growth. I showed this a couple videos back. That's nothing new, but what's really fun for me is when we have plants like this. This is Bulbitis, and this is fully underwater grown Bulbitis. Look, like I absolutely love this plant. Look at what this thing is doing. Like coming off there like that, completely wicked new growth. And we've got it figured out because we've got it where it's in a high sunlight tank, but it's got enough shade and enough balance that it kind of grows out. And this actually, I'll show this as an example. It comes in like this, and then this will all kind of fall back, and then it'll come out, and this will start to happen right here. This is a really fine example and something a lot of fun for me to see coming full circle on a plant. You don't really see that often. There's a perfect example. This leaf comes off, this one right here. So the cool little hands like that, super duper fun. Then we also have a couple of random things that happen. I want to show this over here. There's a good picture of Ryan with this on our Instagram. Do a lot of stuff on Instagram. This is a Hygrophila, I believe it's a siamensis that we've just let grow above water, but that's, you know, a full, I don't know, 3 feet tall or so. Super duper fun. And then I want to show you guys over here, but this is a crypt tank right here that we've been growing out Crypspiralis. I hope you can see that. The Crypspiralis coming underwater. Just a super fun way to be, underwater grown Crypspiralis mixed in with some dwarf sage, which we are now, I am proud to say, growing almost entirely on our own. And then I've got another one over here, the random Bulbitis that comes up out of the water like this. This is how it wants to grow. It's found this like perfect little haven right here. Got more of it coming off like that. So super fun to just kind of see plants that we just kind of let them do their own thing. That's Bulbitis. That's a harder plant to kind of keep going. So I'm impressed with the growth rates that we have. One thing, my man Ryan over here, he brought in his pond or whatever. So I definitely got to give him some love here. He's got a cool little setup going as well. And last but certainly not least, we got the Bucephalandra coming in strong. Loves the full sun growth. This is just one of the examples of the plants that we're growing out. Having a great time here at 2.0. Do me a favor, folks. Let me know what you want me to do videos about. I feel like making some videos for you all again. It was a pleasure meeting many of you at the Aquatic Experience. Everybody make it an awesome week. Check out what we're doing on Instagram and tag on.